Hi guys. This video is mainly for people who are interested in like the back end copywriting business stuff of running a freelance business. Not that entertaining, mostly just brain dump. So if you're looking for like educational content, this ain't it. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much for stopping by. Have a good whatever day it is. Stay safe, wash your hands, don't talk to people. Well, I mean talk to people, but like whatever. Okay. Cool. Moving on. So I think the last time I updated this, I was working on my ebook pipeline, link down below. I released it in the beta version, which is like how I kind of get over the mental perfectionism of products. Sometimes it's hard for me to feel like they're finished and perfect and done. I kind of like to release, personally, I like to release things and get feedback on them and what people would like me to expand on and what people want deeper info on. So if you're a freelancer who's trying to branch into product creation and you're stuck on, oh, my course isn't perfect yet, like just releasing a beta test, people love to be part of beta tests too. Like they love to be the founding, sorry, my like chair squeaks, it's really annoying to me, whatever. But people love to be part of, like when I've worked for tech companies, getting people to be like beta testers for apps and digital downloads is, I don't know, there's something to that they love, I mean, I can't lie, I've been a part of a few like beta tests myself, like the bullet journal group, like this is the new one that's, but like a new one that's coming out that like I was able to test and give feedback on, so that was fun. But so if you're a freelancer, small business owner, and mostly this series is about transitioning from my entire life being freelance work to more of like business work and taking less of my time and more of a me looking at the top down approach. Because I think, especially if you're a freelancer who wants to freelance long term, you really, really, really have to start taking this approach, because just doing freelance work is, it's fine. Like, it's fine. But sometimes you want to stop selling your time for money because you're just creating a job for yourself, which for some people is fine. Like for years that did just fine for me. Like I would take projects and basically people were hiring me for my time and my like expertise and my skills and like all of that. But it's like being a remote worker, which is, oh, like I said, it's fine and I'm gonna keep doing that. Like I'm not going to give that part up of my business, but finding additional streams of income and things that take a little less time off of my plate that I can develop to other things. I can start outsourcing some work. That kind of thing is my ultimate goal over the next like 10 years. I don't really plan to ever sell my company personally. I really like my company. I'm going to pay a god awful amount to move it to another state, which I don't even want to talk about those fees because it makes me actually kind of nauseous. To move an LLC from one state to another is not fun. But I'm attached to it and I want to grow it. And so anyway, back to the business stuff. Pipeline did great. I made a few $100. I want to say around $400, which for a completely organic launch for a small list, I think my email list has 360 give or take subscribers. This YouTube channel has 2,000, but nowhere near 2,000 people watch my every single video I upload. Bless. Ain't nobody got time for that. For a completely organic launch, I didn't do one ad, and the only thing I did was announce it on this channel and send an email about it. And that's it. And, because it is a beta launch, like it's not something that I was really pushing heavy. I really want to tweak it before if I play in the Facebook ad space, if I want to. I'm not sure yet. It probably will just be an organic thing to just offer on my site because, if you're a freelancer, you're going to get common questions over and over and over and over and over. I probably get 3 to 4 emails every single day on how to get clients as a freelancer, give or take. If I included like Instagram too, it's probably a lot more than that. But so I really just wanted like a hub to be like, all of your questions are answered in a 50-page book. Here you go. And if you're a freelancer, like if you're a graphic designer, you're probably gonna get questions of I don't know, like how to create a simple blog post graphic, and then you'll just create like a cheap ebook on the I don't know how many steps there are, on the X amount of steps to make a good one that's solid, and like the programs you use and how you use these tools to put it together. So I mean, I wouldn't really focus on this until you've got, if we had some real back-end data stats, I would say probably 500 visitors to your site a month is a good ballpark. If you have no visitors to your site, it's hard to start selling things. I mean, if you have like a whole bunch of Instagram followers, like you need a following of some kind from somewhere, whether it's YouTube, Instagram, SEO, blog posts, whatever it is. Like, because I made a product, I think 5 years ago now, and I sold it for $5, and I think it's still up on my Gumroad store. But I made like, it took weeks of my time, and I didn't really have an audience. I had like YouTube or Twitter following of maybe like 400 people, and I thought that was good enough. And then I launched a product, made like $50 after all kinds of hours of work. Product not even that good, honestly, not that good. And that gave me some PTSD from product launching for a hot minute, and took some time to finally put something together. So that's where that's at. A few $100s, but like it's one of those things that when you have readers, you know, like if you're building your business, and if you're just working with clients one-on-one, that's great. If you decide you want to do this for at least a few years, then I recommend for people to start building an audience of some kind, whether that means starting to blog or starting a YouTube channel or starting, I don't know, Instagram. Like if that's your thing, like some people crush on Instagram. I would highly recommend to build something on top of Instagram, because I don't trust Facebook as far as I could throw them for platform building, as someone who like worked with brands who spent tens of thousands of dollars on growing their Facebook pages only to get by the algorithm change, and now they can't even advertise to that audience they spent all that money collecting. So just be wary of building your platform on social media sites. Same with this, like YouTube's cool, but like I am pushing people always to my email list, pushing people always to my site, because I know if YouTube changes their rules or they view my channel as some kind of not monetizable thing, I can get screwed just overnight, and it's like not my choice, you know, kind of thing. So there's that. Let's see. So for business updates from here, I'm probably just spending like that was Q1 and Q2, which anyone who's not in sales, it's like, it's your quarter, like it's every 3 months, January, February, March, Q1, August, May, June, Q2, like that kind of thing. So Q2 is going to be focused on putting the final touches on pipeline, and also really focusing on my business systems. I'm working with a friend who's helping me automate a whole bunch of systems like invoicing, and there's one thing you'll realize if you freelance full time, how much administrative tasks suck up of your time. And right now, I was calculating the other day, for me it's about 15 hours of my entire week is spent on emails, which is fine because a lot of my business is based on emailing back and forth with clients, so like I can't really outsource that part. But invoicing, updating documents, like sending out warm leads, keeping track of other people, like, and I've done a lot of it manually. And if you're just sitting around and you don't want to spend any money, like manual is a great way to go, because sometimes people will come to me after spending like $200 on some kind of like HubSpot CRM, and they have no clients. And I'm like, or they have like 5 clients. And I'm like, you could just like make an Excel sheet for 5 clients. Like, it's not really like that hard. You know, once you get into the hundreds, you might want to, you know, spend that kind of money. But then you have that kind of income to spend that, you know. But right now, the biggest thing in my business is automating so much of that content. And I think my next business update video will be on like how the automation has gone and what I've done right now. I'm working with a friend and he's putting it all together, and he's like a professional in this industry, so thank God. But like automating everything to work together, because right now the apps I use are like ClickUp and Trello, Notion, Asana for some things, you know, Wave for invoicing, PayPal too, annoyingly. So like I use all of these things and they don't flow that nice together, and I've used them all for whole different areas. Just some have like better limitations than others. And anyway, he's just making a lot of them play together nicely. And if I do something here, it's going to send it to here and make a document. And then that's going to, as soon as I click done on that, it's going to send the invoice kind of thing. So that's very exciting. So that's where I'm really working on that, along with setting up my business to be professionally like done and ready. So that means coming up with email opt-ins and finishing. I've always had packages on my site, but like really putting the final touches on the packages I'm offering and all of the price points, and having just everything on the back end done. So if you're a freelancer and this is like the journey you're getting into, if you want to start an email list, you need an opt-in for people to sign up to. They need a reason besides just like, oh, I want to keep up with you, which I know is like one of my weaker points in my business because I haven't really spent time on that. People just sign up to stay in touch with like whatever I'm doing. So thank you if you're on that list, but the numbers are nowhere near where they could be if I offered something free as a trade-off of like avoid these 10 beginner copywriting mistakes. But like I really see, the thing is, I'm gonna have to come up with 2 because my audience is beginning copywriters, and it's the businesses I want to work with who hire me. So it's gonna be like have to be like 2 separate things, and I'm trying to figure that out, which is pain because I really market to, because really more than anything, getting people who are business owners on my list is far more essential than copywriters and freelancers, because it's not really what I do. That's just something that like teaching people how to write copy is my like side hustle, you know? But I've had a few people ask if I want to turn all of this into like an agency, and I really don't want to turn into the agency route. I don't really like agencies. I don't really like how they work. Which is another rant for another video, but they're I don't know. I don't really know if I really want to get into the like full on like managing clients and people at the same time. Now, one thing I am getting into is affiliate marketing, because I've written for so many sites now, and although I'm paid well, then I'm talking to the client and they're like, yeah, like, oh my God, thanks for all that work. I sold the site for like $100,000. And I'm like, that's not what I made. I made good money, but I'm like, it wasn't $100,000. And I'm like, okay. So I theoretically could take the work I do. I mean, I'd have to learn some SEO and website building and like some other things, but since I already write articles, and if you're a writer out there, you should highly consider this, and I'll let you know. Like the next business update will be how that's going. Now, normally with sites, you need to wait like 6 months to a year to see any results, but I'm playing in that world now because I want that kind of option. I want to be on the bigger end of hiring writers to like write articles and that kind of thing. A little bit more than like agency work, because I'm uptight, but like I don't like to work with uptight people. And sometimes when you're in the agency world and getting results for clients, and they're very uptight about the money they're spending to like get the results. And if I don't like the copy that someone's getting me, even though I would vet them, and then, oh my God, I have to vet people, and like, I just don't know. And I don't really want to go that route, because that's, if I'm going to build a business to that point where there's multiple employees and that kind of energy, I don't want it to be an agency. That's not what I'm going to build. That's not what I have any interest in. I'm 0% interest in agency life. You know, like I love Gary Vaynerchuk. I see his whole agency life. I don't want it. I don't want any part of that. It's just not for me. So, for people who asked about that. Yep. So pipeline went well. I'm building the backend stuff, automating tasks, building out my site, and maybe I'll make like a checklist in the next video of all the things I did, like email opt-in, packages. I might start putting together like a press option, which is how you can start to get like YouTube sponsorships. I mean, that's a little bit of a goal, far away. According to some analytics, I won't even cross 5,000 subscribers for like 2 years, which challenge accepted. But you know, playing in that world of like YouTube sponsorships would be a fun thing to start, because this YouTube channel is finally monetized, guys. Woo! I've made like $14 so far. So not really the best use of my time, but I just knew in my head even making like a few dollars here and there would justify the amount I spend on what doing this. Like, it's small, but it's something. And knowing that it's monetized now, I'm like, okay, do I want to play in the sponsorship world? I don't, next one will be the update on that. I'm thinking of pitching Squarespace, because I have a Squarespace site and they already worked with a ton of freelancers. So I'll let you know. Either between now and then you'll see like, this video is sponsored by Squarespace, or not. But I'm gonna try, and I'm gonna try and put together, like other brands I work with. If you do want to go the affiliate marketing route, what you need to know is you need to keep in track, like reaching out to get sponsorships and brands and like affiliate deals is much more important, especially with Amazon just updated their entire affiliate commission payout, and some of them went from like, oh, you got 8% of a sale to now you got 1% of a sale. And basically it was a real kick in the teeth to a lot of affiliate marketers, especially in the middle of this pandemic, which like I have a lot of issues with Amazon personally as a company. But you don't want to do that. You want to find like, write sponsored articles, and I'll maybe get into that, like how to monetize a blog fully. But it's a space I'm going to start playing in a lot more than all the copywriting I've done, because I've done it for so many years, and I'm never going to give up copywriting, I'm sure, because like you can't, because if you're ever to sell yourself or sell a product, like, if my business ever fluctuates into other areas, like those skills will be essential and important. But yeah, anyway, so affiliate market, so pipeline relaunch. If you want to buy it now, it's $20. It's going to go up as soon as I relaunch it. Just saying. Just people are getting crazy results, and I'm so proud. The mentorship, I don't know how long I'm going to keep offering that, honestly. If you're someone who's like debating signing up for it, I might start turning it into like I might raise the price like astronomically, but then like start classes or something, like make it a little more like teach 10 people at once instead of each person like one-on-one. Reviewing copy, all of that stuff. I don't know. It may be a dying program, even though it's great and puts a few like extra $100 in my pocket, because I only take on like a handful of people at one time, or else I would get overwhelmed, and I'm not I can't handle like 15 people at once who need stuff. In that way, like clients is one thing, because I get to charge them by the hour, but mentorship is like a set price point. But yeah, this channel's monetized, getting into affiliate marketing. That's pretty much it. And on with everything going on in the world, I can't say the virus going on in the world, because if you say it, monetize, YouTube will like hit your search results. So what's going on in the world and clients, it's taken a little bit of a hit, I'm not gonna lie. It was doing fine throughout all of April, but it's taken a little bit of a downturn. I think it's hitting people the reality of everything happening. I mean, thank God I'm okay. Business is okay, but I would like it to be better. And a lot of people are taking breaks on creative projects right now and launching things. So I'm just having to expand and hit up old clients and like kind of put the feelers out there across the board on who needs more work, which is maybe a video I'll like cover of like how to get more work in this pandemic, but like not, no, God, I hope pandemic isn't a demonetized word. Whatever. If it is, then it is. That's pretty much it. That's a business update. For anybody who's in this world, one day I'll do like all the income streams I have, because right now it's like 15, I think, across the board of oh, mentioning that, also Pipeline will have an affiliate program. So for anybody who wants to sell it and make money, put a little extra cash in your pocket, that's cool. I'll have more details on that soon. But that's pretty much it. That's the business update. Trying to just share what is happening in my end so other people can learn from me, and if they want to go that route, because I do not see a lot of content around the idea of going from freelancer to business owner. It's like one or the other, or that kind of thing. So that's just the honest update on how it's going on the back end of my business. And I will see you in July, because that is, I mean, I'll keep uploading videos, but the business update, end of July, because then I can give a Q2 update. Cool. Bye, guys.